What if the biggest obstacle to your success isn't external, but internal? The main barrier preventing professional and personal success often lies within us. In our modern era, the concept of the ego is a fundamental challenge that significantly impacts the lives of many. The ego, in its precise definition, goes beyond mere pride or arrogance. It is a complex system of exaggerated self-perceptions that influence our decisions and actions. The book Ego is the Enemy by Ryan Holiday offers an in-depth analysis and a scientific methodology for addressing this challenge. This valuable work presents advanced strategies and well-thought-out techniques for managing the ego, supported by documented studies and real-life experiences. By adopting a disciplined approach to self-reflection and practical humility, readers can acquire the necessary skills to control their ego. This methodology is essential for achieving sustainable professional and personal growth, as it establishes a balanced mindset focused on genuine development rather than self-inflation. Controlling the ego is a critical element in the equation of success, as failing to manage it can lead to undesirable outcomes. The opportunity is now available to take concrete steps toward positive change. This book provides practical tools and strategic insights for mastering the ego, paving the way for realizing one's full potential and achieving lasting success. Welcome to Coffee and a Book. If you're looking for inspiring and useful content, we're here to offer you the best we have. We provide tips on self-improvement, book reviews, and plenty of engaging content that will help you achieve your goals. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to stay updated with all our new content. Join us on this exciting journey and share your thoughts and comments on the videos. Thank you for your support, and we look forward to seeing you on the channel. Strategic silence and methodical work. In the face of new challenges, it is essential to recognize that the dual feelings of excitement and anxiety are natural and expected. While seeking external reassurance may seem appealing, it is not the optimal approach to dealing with these emotions. Instead, we must channel our energy into introspection and diligent work. The desire for recognition and societal validation is understandable, but we must also realize that excessive sharing of our plans with others can negatively impact their realization. In truth, silence is a strategic strength that should not be underestimated, and it is a trait commonly found among successful leaders and exceptional professionals. From both scientific and practical perspectives, over-discussing goals and ambitions reduces the likelihood of achieving them. This is because repetitive talk creates a deceptive illusion of accomplishment, which weakens the genuine motivation to work hard and persevere. The experience of Upton Sinclair in the 1934 California gubernatorial election offers a valuable lesson in this regard. He published a book describing his future success as the state governor, speaking of his achievements in the past tense before they were realized. Although the book was commercially successful, this move harmed his campaign by revealing his strategies to his opponents and creating a false sense of accomplishment. True success requires a strict commitment to meticulous work and quiet focus, away from unproductive chatter. Strategic silence and methodical work are the two key elements to achieving ambitious goals and sustainable success. To be or to do. In our contemporary world, loyalty to oneself manifests as an essential value that cannot be compromised. The pursuit of authenticity and the avoidance of pretense form the cornerstone of true success. Integrity in actions and intentions opens up limitless horizons of prestigious achievements. An individual who is honest with themselves is undoubtedly characterized by authenticity in their dealings with others. When striving to achieve goals, the motivation should be to create a positive impact on society, not merely to gain fame or build a personal name. This principle is illustrated in the story of Colonel John Boyd, the distinguished fighter pilot known for his exceptional capabilities in air combat. Despite his high competence, he did not seek higher promotions, but dedicated his efforts to developing the Air Force through his work as a consultant and chief trainer at Nellis Air Force Base, where he significantly contributed to the development of the F-15 and F-16 aircraft. Boyd's approach was marked by providing valuable strategic advice to the Department of Defense without seeking public recognition or personal rewards. He did not strive to immortalize his name through writings or naming military facilities, but focused on providing pure national service that transcends self-interests. This model affirms that the true value of achievements goes beyond positions and official honors. Exceptional success comes when we transcend the limits of personal interests and dedicate our efforts to serving a greater cause. Great achievements are realized when our motivation is to serve the community rather than limited personal gains. Being a student. The continuous pursuit of knowledge and academic development is a fundamental pillar in the journey of an outstanding student. Committing to a lifelong learning approach, remaining open to acquiring new knowledge, especially in areas with gaps, forms the cornerstone of building a well-rounded academic personality. This systematic approach enhances a comprehensive understanding of various aspects of life and fosters the ability to adapt to changes. Falling into the trap of being satisfied with a certain level of achievement and believing that one has reached the pinnacle of knowledge poses a significant risk to scientific progress. True advancement lies in the relentless search for guidance and mentorship from experienced and competent individuals, accepting their feedback with an open heart without complaining about the difficulty of the learning process. Recognizing the value of feedback and embracing scientific humility grants the student exceptional strength. Let us understand this through a story. Kirk Hammett, the renowned guitarist known for his exceptional dedication to learning, was around 20 years old when he was chosen as the lead guitarist for Metallica. Shortly after, he performed his first major show. Despite years of playing the guitar, Kirk remained humble, acknowledging that he still had much to learn. He began searching for a teacher to improve his skills. In his hometown of San Francisco, he found an exceptional teacher named Joe Satriani. Joe's musical style was entirely different from Kirk's, but Kirk deliberately chose him as his mentor to learn something completely new. Joe quickly identified Kirk's weaknesses and helped him address them. Kirk was like a sponge, absorbing everything Joe taught him. Unlike many students, he paid great attention to every instruction and constantly strived to improve. Over 2 years, he accepted all feedback positively and continuously worked on his skills. As a result, Kirk eventually gained a reputation as a great guitarist. How did he achieve this? Kirk set aside his ego and accepted that someone else had greater knowledge of music. By embracing this humility, he was able to learn invaluable lessons from Joe, ultimately mastering his craft. If Kirk had not remained a student, he would not have improved. He became a famous guitarist, not by clinging to passion alone, but by adopting a learning mindset that transformed him from being famous to truly great. Had he believed that fame meant he knew everything, he would not have reached greatness. This story reminds us that we must continue to learn, humbly acknowledging that others know more than we do. As the saying goes, when you perform, perform like a master. But when you learn, learn with the humility of a student. The danger of early pride. Excessive pride constitutes a fundamental obstacle in the pursuit of goals, as it represents a formidable barrier between a person and their aspirations. Embracing the idea of superiority over others is a methodology fraught with risks, as an undisciplined self carries within it the seeds of destruction. In this context, let us reflect on the experience of the renowned figure Benjamin Franklin. When Franklin turned 18, he returned to his hometown of Boston after a 7-month absence. At that time, he had achieved notable financial success and appeared imposing, dressed in a fine suit and wearing an expensive watch. Signs of arrogance were evident on his face as he showcased his accomplishments to his family and acquaintances. On one occasion, his path crossed with the distinguished figure Cotton Mather. While walking and conversing, Mather issued a warning, "Beware and bow down." However, Franklin, preoccupied with boasting, did not notice the low beam in front of him and struck his head against it forcefully. Mather then wisely remarked, "Your head has risen to a height that necessitated its collision." This incident brought about a radical shift in Franklin's thinking, as he realized the extent to which selfishness had taken hold of his character. He began to confront his pride, acknowledging its negative impact on his personality. This lesson extends to all humanity. When pride prevails, life often intervenes to restore balance. Arrogance stems from vanity and distances us from the virtue of humility. Therefore, it is essential to exercise self-control and strive for a humble life. This balanced mindset enables us to overcome life's challenges with wisdom and steadiness. Illusions of success. The pursuit of excellence requires unwavering commitment and continuous effort, as sustainable success is the result of hard work and perseverance. Hence, the utmost importance lies in paying attention to every detail in our professional journey, as high quality stems from precision in every aspect of work. However, when embarking on a new endeavor, whether a career path or a business venture, we tend to weave idealistic visions in our minds about the future trajectory of success. These preconceived notions can pose a hidden danger, as they are mere illusions that have not yet materialized in reality and may lead to self-inflation and premature arrogance. This concept is clearly illustrated in the experience of the renowned coach Bill Walsh, who took on the task of leading a struggling football team. Within just 3 years, Walsh transformed this modest team into Super Bowl champions through a disciplined approach focused on the minutest details. His methodology was not limited to athletic performance alone, but extended to the personal conduct of the players, imposing strict standards of cleanliness and discipline. Despite widespread media praise for his genius, Walsh remained wise and avoided being swayed by flattery, aware of the dangers of arrogance. Unfortunately, the players were unable to maintain this psychological balance. As successes piled up, overconfidence crept into their mindset, and their pride in their achievements turned into excessive self-satisfaction. This negative shift led to a noticeable decline in their performance, resulting in 12 losses out of 22 games. This experience reflects the risks of premature celebration of success, as indulging in illusions of superiority inevitably leads to a decline in performance and work quality. Therefore, wisdom lies in avoiding the trap of exaggerated praise and focusing on continuing hard work. Arrogant self-praise can lead to hubris and overconfidence, negatively impacting productivity and performance. To avoid this pitfall, one must maintain balance, focus on the efforts being made, and let the results speak for themselves without getting lost in illusory notions of success. Not allowing arrogance to guide our decisions. Achieving professional excellence requires a deep understanding of our core priorities. However, our human nature often drives us, repeatedly, to feel dissatisfied with our current achievements, pushing us relentlessly to surpass others and secure a larger share of success. We begin our professional journey with a clear focus on our fundamental goals, but once these goals are achieved, arrogance begins to seep into our thinking. We find ourselves drawn to paths that do not align with our original vision, believing they will enhance our success, when in reality, they divert us from our true purpose. This mindset traps us in a cycle of unrealistic perceptions, distancing us from our authentic goals. Let us reflect on the thought-provoking experience of Ulysses Grant. Following the American Civil War, Grant gained a prestigious position in society. Despite his limited interest in politics, he began his career as an outstanding military leader. However, he later decided to pursue the highest political office in the country. Although he succeeded in reaching the presidency, his term was marked by unprecedented levels of corruption and turmoil in American history. After 2 challenging presidential terms, he left office. In an attempt to secure his financial stability, he entered into an investment partnership with financier Ferdinand Ward, investing his entire fortune in a brokerage venture. Unfortunately, Grant was defrauded by his partner, leading to his complete bankruptcy. His downfall was a direct result of his desire to compete with the wealthy elites of his time, ignoring his areas of expertise and true passion. He was even forced to pawn his precious military memorabilia to pay off his debts. He spent his final years battling throat cancer, striving to secure his family's livelihood by writing his memoirs. Grant's tragedy lies in allowing unchecked ambition to overshadow his true areas of excellence, diverting him from the path that brought him professional fulfillment. Instead of focusing on his core competencies, he immersed himself in a futile competition with others, leading to his tragic end. This experience offers a valuable lesson about the dangers of losing our professional compass and allowing arrogance to guide our decisions. We must focus on our true areas of excellence and let them guide our decisions rather than chasing the achievements of others or seeking to prove ourselves to society. Negative time and positive time. Dealing with obstacles and challenges is a fundamental element in both professional and personal life journeys. When faced with setbacks, we must view them as opportunities for growth and advancement. When encountering failure, it is essential to demonstrate resilience and determination to rise again. While it is understandable to feel disappointed when things do not go as planned, wisdom lies in not succumbing to these emotions, as new horizons await those who seek them. The author presents a profound perspective on 2 contrasting concepts of time: negative time and positive time. Negative time refers to those periods we spend in a state of stagnation and unproductive waiting, while positive time denotes moments we invest in learning, growth, and productivity. To achieve excellence and success, we must strive to maximize positive time in our lives. The life story of Malcolm X embodies an inspiring model of positive transformation as he transitioned from a life of crime to becoming a prominent community leader. In his early youth, he was known as Detroit Red, involved in various criminal activities, from drug trafficking to robbery and murder, acting recklessly and disregarding consequences. He ended up serving a 10-year prison sentence at the age of 21, bringing shame to himself and his community. Within the confines of his cell, he faced the reality of 10 years behind bars. However, this physical confinement became the beginning of a radical transformation in his life. He made a strategic decision to invest every moment of his sentence in learning and self-education through the prison library. He delved into the study of philosophy, religion, and history, turning his prison time into an opportunity for self-reinvention. He did not succumb to regret over past mistakes, but chose to invest his time in positive development. Upon his release, Malcolm X not only changed the course of his personal life, but also became an inspiration to many as a human rights advocate, dedicating his life to serving humanity. His story underscores the truth that opportunities for change are always available to those who seek them. As long as there is will and determination, the time is always right for positive change. We must choose to invest our time effectively, turning every challenge into an opportunity for growth and development. Not allowing pride to influence our judgment. In both professional and personal life, each of us faces inevitable challenges and failures. However, wisdom lies in how we handle these situations with balance and discernment. Allowing pride to influence our decisions during tough times can lead to severe consequences. Each new day offers us an opportunity to progress and grow. It is crucial to maintain integrity and personal dignity no matter how difficult the circumstances. Challenges, no matter how intense, are always temporary. Pride can lead us to view failure as a stain of shame, a perception we must correct. The story of John DeLorean serves as a prime example of this. When his car company faced increasing financial difficulties, he made a fateful decision. Instead of accepting reality and dealing with it wisely, he resorted to an unlawful solution. He became involved in a massive drug deal worth 220 pounds in a desperate attempt to save his struggling enterprise. The outcome was catastrophic, as he was arrested in a $60 million deal, completely destroying his professional reputation. He became an example of a spectacular downfall, and he was solely responsible for his fate. DeLorean allowed his pride to turn a temporary crisis into a permanent disaster. He could have chosen a different path and handled his company's failure responsibly. However, he viewed failure as an unbearable stain of shame, leading him to make decisions that cost him everything. This experience reminds us of the importance of accepting failures without allowing pride to cloud our judgment. It is essential to recognize the difference between perseverance and recklessness, and to know when stepping back is the best decision. Failure is not the end. It is an opportunity to learn and grow when faced with integrity and wisdom. The depth of commitment and sincerity of giving. The pursuit of self-interest and personal gain can be a perilous path. It is essential to direct our efforts toward achieving the common good, transcending the boundaries of our individual interests. In our professional journeys, we may encounter situations where outcomes exceed our expectations, and at times, we find ourselves in circumstances beyond our control where others reap the fruits of our labor. In these critical moments, arrogance may creep into our hearts, but maintaining humility remains a cornerstone of sustainable success. Focusing on the value of the effort exerted rather than being preoccupied with results represents a wiser approach. History offers us a striking example in the figure of the renowned military leader Belisarius, who led great campaigns for the Byzantine Empire and contributed to the recapture of Rome from barbarian tribes. Yet, his achievements were not duly recognized. His success aroused the fears of Emperor Justinian, who ordered his reputation tarnished and stripped him of his possessions and status. It went so far as to deprive him of his sight and force him into begging, driven by jealousy and anxiety over his growing fame. Despite this blatant injustice, Belisarius maintained the nobility of his character, refusing to let bitterness take hold of his spirit. He understood that the perceptions of others were beyond his control and chose to remain true to his core principles. Devotion to serving his homeland was his ultimate goal, transcending the pursuit of rewards or recognition. Belisarius stood out for his steadfast principles in the face of adversity, maintaining his integrity even in the face of unfair treatment. His poignant story reminds us that true greatness lies in the depth of commitment and sincerity of giving, not in the outward appearances of recognition. Real value lies in the nobility of purpose and sincerity of intent, transcending the limits of temporary acknowledgement. Conclusion. This work reveals a fundamental scientific truth. Prematurely announcing our future plans can negatively impact the likelihood of achieving them. When we disclose our ambitions too early, the human mind tends to treat these goals as if they have already been accomplished, leading to a decline in motivation and drive. Maintaining values of integrity and humility is central to the journey of success. Humility keeps us connected to our roots and origins, even at the peak of our achievements. Undoubtedly, achieving success can lead to self-inflation, which may foster a false belief in possessing absolute knowledge. This in itself constitutes a major obstacle to growth and progress. Therefore, it is essential to maintain the stance of a perpetual learner, as knowledge has no limits, and every new piece of information contributes positively to self-development. Avoiding the construction of illusory perceptions of success is vital, as such perceptions can lead to arrogance that harms our professional future. Failure is a shared human experience, and the mistake lies not in making errors, but in failing to learn from them and repeating them. No matter the setbacks, the opportunity for a fresh start is always available. A balanced self-perception, coupled with humility, flexibility, and a commitment to continuous learning, forms the solid foundation for overcoming challenges and achieving sustainable success. These enduring principles pave the way for achieving goals efficiently and effectively, while preserving the core values of personal and professional growth. If you enjoyed this summary, be sure to explore more of our content for inspiring book summaries and life-changing lessons. Until next time, keep learning and growing.